Hey Wilmington, I'm Abby Winstead and you are watching The Current. Our goal is to provide the Wilmington area with relatable and breaking stories, an inside scoop to student life, and connecting Seahawks while we soar apart. The Current is here to help you keep up with the flow. Today on The Current, we'll be interviewing UNCW Senior and President of the PSC Marketing Fraternity, Cade Thannisch. We will also be talking about the return of Dobo Hall, a UNCW ranking, and scheduled plans for the spring 2021 semester. But first, let's welcome Cade Thannisch. Hey, Cade.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. To start, we're going to be playing a little icebreaker game with our guests. This is called the blindfolded cotton ball game. So first we're going to have Cade blindfold with his quarantine COVID mask, and then we'll give him his spoon and start the time. All right, there you go.
Right.
All right, so your 30 seconds starts now. Oh, cool. You're doing good. You're doing good. One. Oh. Three. Yep. Oh! All right, you're about halfway. All right, so close. Let's see how many he can get. Oh. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, time's up, Cade. Let's see how many he got. All right, so we got a lucky 1 cotton ball.
Wow.
Good job.
I'm so proud.
Stay tuned for our interview with Cade after the break. Welcome back. We're here today with our special guest, Cade Thannisch.
How's it going?
So Cade, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and what's your major?
So I'm a marketing strategy major. I'm a senior at UNCW. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but I kind of found out about UNCW through a lot of different circumstances. I love running. I'm the youngest of 4 siblings. I love Wilmington. I don't know. There's not much else to it.
Okay, so we know that you're the Pi Sigma Epsilon president. So can you tell us a little bit about UNCW's professional marketing fraternity and what you play as their role as their president?
So Pi Sigma Epsilon is the biggest business organization on campus, and bare bones, it is a marketing and sales professional fraternity. Like you said, it is co-ed. And we take any majors besides marketing and sales as well. Pretty much what PSC does and is on campus is a way for any undergrad student to connect and further themselves in the business world and create networking opportunities and just find a real sense of community within the business school. And also worked on everything from LinkedIn pages to resumes to everything to further their careers and help them really find a job as soon as they get out of UNCW and the Cameron School of Business.
Absolutely. So PSC's motto is get jobs, not pledges. So how do you think that relates to the fraternity's core values and what you guys are about?
So first and foremost, we are a business organization. So that really means, like you said, get jobs, not pledges. We really focus on furthering a student's career and helping them find the networking opportunities they need and the jobs they need, instead of just making them another member, another pledge of a group. Of a lot of fraternities fall into that trap where you just are a pledge and then you're a brother and you don't do much with that. But we try to do everything under the sun, from philanthropy events to career building workshops and everything. So we treat them as a fellow coworker or a business person in the business world and in the market, instead of just a pledge or another brother.
Absolutely. And you said that you guys like to build community within the Cameron School of Business. So what other role does PSI play within the Cameron School of Business?
So we have a lot of connections within CSB, like with the Sales Center, which is a relatively new addition to the CSB. They have different sales competitions that we participate in. We're very close with a lot of the faculty. During business week, we actually are allowed to introduce a lot of the guest speakers, which is really cool because then it allows time for us to talk to them and get to know them a little bit better, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And it just provides opportunity to get close to the faculty and really make your presence known within the business school, and which that definitely helps with everything if you can know the faculty and know what they are asking you to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So going on that with talking to faculty and building connections with them, what other types of opportunities or connections does Pi Sigma Epsilon bring to UNCW students that join?
So it brings everything I previously stated, and then we also have national and regional competitions, which are just incredible. With COVID and everything, it's harder because they're online, but in the past and hopefully in the future, they're the huge weekend-long events. Last year's nationals was in Jacksonville, and regionals were in Greenville, South Carolina. And it's just a way to connect with everyone in PSC, not even just from your chapter at your school alone, and all the corporate sponsors. PSC has a lot of corporate sponsors that host events like the sales competition and public speaking competition, where you can go in and meet these corporate sponsors. And there's also a career fair, which we've had a ton of students from UNCW's chapter at PSC go on to get jobs at major companies like AT&T and Amazon. So these events really help. And we also have brotherhood events like formal and semi-formal.
Absolutely. So how has being involved on campus and with the business fraternity really involved or improved your college experience, in your opinion?
So freshman year, I actually came to UNCW as a film major and switched to business marketing within the first semester of being here. And a lot of my friends were all just exercise science majors or bio majors or computer science. So I didn't really have any friends or know many people within the business school or business community at UNCW. And then after I studied abroad, when I got back my second semester of freshman year, I just wanted to find a way to fit in within the business school. And a friend of a friend told me about this, and I went to an interest meeting, saw an email, and I just kind of fell in love with it. I met so many amazing people that all shared common interests with me and were also just business-minded and driven to succeed in their careers and in the business world and within Kemmer School of Business. So it kind of just inspired me and led me to find a place within the Kemmer School of Business and on campus. So
Yeah.
it brought a lot of connections to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing. So for my final question, I just want to see, what advice would you give to freshmen or underclassmen with this being your senior year?
So my biggest piece of advice is manage your time wisely. I definitely kind of learned how to do that freshman year. It took a little bit to learn how to, but I found that the more wisely I managed my time and got all my work done ahead of time, the more time I had to do fun things around the school and off campus and just hang out with everybody. Because as I was doing work at the time, you're doing it 3 days in advance on a Wednesday instead of a Friday or Saturday or something. But when it gets to that Friday or Saturday, you can do whatever you want and not have to worry about a thing in the world. So managing your time is extremely crucial. And just have a good time with everything you're doing because it flies by. I thought I was a freshman yesterday, and I'm a senior, about to graduate in May. So it definitely flies by, and to enjoy every single part of it.
Absolutely. So thank you again for joining us, Cade.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. After the break, join Kristen and I on the latest Seahawk news. Welcome back, Seahawks. I'm joined with Kirsten Capilli to talk about what's current on campus today. 2 years ago, Hurricane Florence tore through the Wilmington area, taking along parts of UNCW along its way. Dobo Hall is finally reopening its doors following a 2-year-long renovation resulting from extensive damages from the hurricane. The 110,000 square foot science building had its roof breached following water infiltration through the attic. The second floor, the main floor of the building, the entire roof system was reconfigured and the larger draining details were added to prevent any damage in the future. Although Dobo Hall took a massive hit following Florence, UNCW saw this as an opportunity to reinvent the building. The new renovations have allowed the College of Arts and Sciences to meet the demands of rapidly changing research expectations in the biological, chemical, and environmental sciences. Kirsten?
Well, Abby, looks like all of that construction is paying off because for the second year in a row, UNCW has been ranked in the top 100 public universities in the country. U.S. News and World Report placed UNCW 95th, while being only one of 3 from North Carolina. UNCW first made the list last year after the university switched in 2018 to the category of doctoral universities with high research activity in the Carnegie Classification of Institutions of Higher Education. This ranking, which is based on the 2019 through 2020 academic year, comes a few days after UNCW breaking a new enrollment record. Chancellor Sartorelli stated this about the ranking, quote, UNCW students, faculty, and staff consistently rise to the challenge and embrace the can-do Seahawk spirit to accomplish great things. The Chancellor also had something to say about spring semester, right, Abby?
That's right, Kirsten. On Friday, September 25th, students received an email from Chancellor Sartorelli in which it was announced that spring semester of this school year will not begin until January 20th in order to, quote, allow more time in between winter break and the start of classes, end quote. The email also stated that spring semester will not include a spring break. However, classes will be canceled April 1st and 2nd for the Good Friday holiday. Spring 21 commencement is scheduled for a May 7th and 8th. The Chancellor also went on to say that even though it is difficult to predict what course the semester will take, the university currently plans to offer fully online, hybrid, and some in-person classes just as they have done this semester.
That wraps it up for us this week. Thank you for joining us today on The Current.
Tune in next time for The Current for another till-tastic time.